Namaste guys, Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Law and Order, Divine Justice. We have a case today. You got to excuse the laundry. Okay, I'm doing laundry right now. My son is doing laundry, so you got to excuse the noise. So we have a case today that the Most High ancestors had presented me with. Okay, I got this download early this morning when I woke up out of my sleep. I had a beautiful dream and I woke up out of my sleep to this beautiful download, and the download was regarding, it said the case of leaving the past in the past. And so I wasn't really sure about what this case was. I had to go for some walks, and before I'm going for these walks, I am feeling like pings and pongs and things happening within my vessel. And so I'm just like, what is this? What's going on? And it was coming up from my left side. And so we know that the left side is a maternal energy, right? And so instantly thoughts start appearing to try and justify the pings and pongs and tinglings in my body. And so these tinglings, it kind of felt like, you know how like if you sit on your foot, it felt like that, and it fell asleep. So it's like your nervous system is attempting to readjust to its natural state of being. First, I want to say thank you all for viewing the content. I really appreciate you all. Second, please follow me on my other channel, Alchemy with Phoenix 33. Okay, that is where we break down the energy, where we delve deeper in the alchemy, the process of shedding layers, personas, energy from the vessel to return back to the true state of being, which is the kinetic energy. That is an energy that a philosopher spoke about, Spinoza. He calls it kinetic. It is that energy of a child who just has unlimited energy. The way that I experience that energy, we call it comeback energy, right? You know, when you get your second wind of running, right? Children are often in that vibrational frequency of that energy, right? And so this is where we go back to before the program. And so if you know someone that will benefit from this channel, please share, okay? Please like, subscribe, and I hope this channel is doing you all justice, okay? As I stated before, this is something new that my guides, my angels has me doing with this at this time, bringing these case loads to me, okay? And the reason I could translate these case loads, because it is things that I have healed within myself, right? And as the guides were saying, the way I experienced this energy, I experienced it as pings, as little sensations that was happening within me. And so it's very important that, you know, we stay healthy. We take care of our physical body. We go to the doctor and get checkups and things of that nature. But this energy I was feeling in the body, it was on the left side of me, and it was instantly. So how I experience pain or sensations in the body, I don't know if you all know, but I was hit by a car when I was 12, and I had 13 surgeries. In the last surgery, I died, okay? And so I had grown up. I'm almost 50 right now, right? And so I had grown up with these pains and things in my body my whole life, but it was like another level of pain. I don't know how to say this, but I became aware of thoughts generating thoughts, the brain activating thoughts to justify the pain. if that makes sense. So I became aware how, you know, the body doesn't really feel pain, but I felt pain in my physical body, right? And I became aware of my thoughts. So it was like I'm feeling double the pain. These are dimensions, so I can feel to that depth. And so it became like my thoughts will produce. They are produced according to the energy that I feel. So if I don't feel any pain in my body, of course we don't have thoughts, right? We don't have thoughts that is of that kind. But I remember when I was in the Navy, they drilled too far in my tooth. And so they put a cap on it, and I went on deployment, and during that deployment, the cap came out and I started experiencing pain. And so the pain that I was experiencing in my mouth, it started like, my thoughts started to be so terrible to where it matched the intensity of the pain that I was feeling in my mouth. The same thing with my leg. When my leg starts to hurt, my thoughts start to generate things of crippling, depleting, thoughts that will cause me not to want to stand, thoughts that will show me things that I can't do in its physical reality, because I don't have the full range of motion of my leg. And so I'll have thoughts, because that bothers me, right? That I don't have full range of motion. I cannot sit Indian style. I can't sit in, you know how like little children sit on their back of their legs. I can't fold their legs and sit on their feet. I can't sit like that. And so my thoughts will show me things like that. They will show me painful things that I had experienced with my leg, okay? And it's like a matching, it matches whatever sensation I am feeling in my body, right? And so today I became aware of this, to channel this message, okay? It was like I was having pains on the left side of my body, right? And that goes to you all making sure that you take care of yourselves. You go get your annual yearly physicals, right? For you ladies, go get your if you go every 6 months, if you're younger than me. For me, I go every year to get your your yearly pep smears, right? So that you don't have an underlying illness coming out, being broadcast to you. And another thing that was brought to my awareness, you know, a lot of times when you have Kundalini energy flowing through you, it oftentimes brings up a lot of illnesses. That's why a lot of people who go through Kundalini experiences, they experience what is it called? Spirit, tell me again. Autoimmune diseases, right? This energy is flowing through you in order to clear it from you, okay? And so this is important for you all to know at this time. And so this was something that was brought to my awareness. And so a lot of times I experienced the energy in order for me to be able to translate it, right? Just like the brain translates the pain in my body, right? And so how this was appearing to me, instantly, at first it was like panic attack, because I do suffer PTSD from the military, right? And so it appeared to that, but I knew it wasn't a panic attack because I wasn't in a space to where I would be in a panic attack. And so then when I questioned it and it didn't latch on to me, I became aware of it. And when you become aware of energy, it oftentimes it leaves, right? And so I became aware of it, and it just went away. And then something else came up behind it, and it was like heart attack, stroke, and things like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just came back from from getting a physical. Like, I know this is not my energy. And so it was showing me my sister who recently had a heart attack and a stroke. It was showing me visions of her. It was showing me, it reminded me of the dream I had yesterday about me and my sister went into the store. This particular sister who had a heart attack went into the store, and she wanted to buy some contact lenses. And so I didn't buy any contact lenses. I told her, no, those contact lenses don't really look real to me, so I'm not gonna buy any. And so it brought that to my awareness. It brought the she's very religious. You know, I often view her, when I have dreams about her, I often view her as someone who's faith based or religious based. And so when I'm in the past, when I have done doing healing work, any one of my sisters that show up in a dream, okay, this is pro bono for you all. Someone that shows up in your dream, you are to ask yourself, what energy do they embody? Right? Because the dreams often tell you about messages or things you are healing. At least mine do. So maybe if that resonates for you, your dream will tell you which way to navigate, which way to go, what to do. It will often be very symbolic, okay? And so that was something that came through earlier today while I was experiencing this energy. And so as I went for a walk, I went for like a 2-hour walk to understand and process this energy, and it became apparent. It is the energy of superstitions. And I said, holy crap, like, you know how like when we are young and we ask our parents, why does this ache? What's going on with me here? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like that? Right? And so we have these build up programs, right, that we have operating that automatically shuts on like a light anytime you feel a ping or a pain or something in your body that is rotating over and over and translating to you what it believes is wrong with you according to how your system was programmed, if that makes sense, right? And so this was the energy that came across my desk, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, it made so much sense. So it was the energy of superstition. And so your ancestors are asking you all to drop that shit like a bad habit. You have been found not guilty, okay? It is not yours. It does not belong to you, okay? This can even be for man, anytime you feel a certain sensation in your body, okay, this is due to your nervous system regulating itself. Your nervous system is, like Spirit said before, the divine said before, is going back to the state it was before of the program, okay? Being safe. You're going to be able to be more centered in your body, if this is making sense for you all, okay? And even if you haven't, this energy hasn't come upon you yet, please be your own phoenix, okay? Tear down, be your own phoenix. Have your own tower moments, right? You be the phoenix that you were born here to be, right? So this is giving that energy, right? And so I'm getting some energy from the angels. See who is here on your behalf. Okay, we have past life guides, okay, karmic lessons, presence assistant, right? And so it's not revelations, right? It is not our parents' fault. It's not our ancestors' fault, right? This is something that was told to them also, right? And so we have the goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, and receptivity. So as I was saying, your inner, you all could be having dreams about this, and you just are not, you're not quite sure on how to interpret your dreams, okay? You all can reach out to me. My Etsy store is on there. I do like a in-depth reading for you. It's $111.11, and I cover everything, and the session lasts 2 hours, okay? And so I can pinpoint what energy you are operating in, or what illusion, what glasses you are viewing your reality from, because I've done it to myself, right? And so my Etsy shop is in my description box, okay? Or reach out to me in my email for dream interpretations, okay? And so this is, look, hollow bone teachability, right? You guys are being hollowed out from past energies, okay? Because the case that came through was leaving the past in the past. And so it's like the talent guides, spirit, mentors, teachers, this energy is being dispelled from you, okay? Is this a gavel? No, it's like some maracas. Is this a gavel? Talent guides, artists, painters, scientists. Could be a talent. Math, writing, music. Okay, these are some new talents that is coming online for you. Maybe you all have synesthesia. That was something that was coming through yesterday, before I was on my way to sleep. I don't have synesthesia, but oftentimes energy show me what it looks like. I don't know how to say this, spirit. Okay, so the energy of a facility will show me what it looks like. And so I remember one day I had a doctor's appointment, and on this particular doctor's appointment, I didn't know what it looked like. I never been in this side of the clinic before. And so my dream showed me swirls, and it showed me like patterns and sequences and things like that. And so as I'm in this particular clinic and I'm just sitting there waiting, I see the patterns that I saw in my dreams. They were on the floor, okay? They were on the wall. And so the energy, like the energy of the dream that I saw, it felt controlled, organized, because of the sequence, the repetition of the pattern, the sizes of the pattern. It felt very organized. And so that wasn't one time I saw the energy of structure, control, my way or the highway. It has to be lined up perfectly like this. That was the energy of that particular clinic I went into, which is a part of Department of Veteran Affairs. And so they are very structured, right? And so I didn't think of that, we don't think of energy like that, right? It's just pretty funny. So you all could be, this could be a gift that could be coming online for you all, and you have to release a certain amount of this particular energy, okay, that's been holding you, okay, from elevating. Okay, your third eye is open at this time. You've learned the lessons, okay, from whatever past life energy that could have been tied to this. And so this is why the judgment is coming in, because you learn a certain lesson, okay? Let me pull some past life, because these guides are here at this time. Karmic lessons. This could be like a father wound, okay? You know how we form our own conclusions? This could be governmental, since they brought that to my awareness, government systems. This can even be when, how scientists and doctors, they ask you about your mother line, your father line, what diseases did they have? How did they pass away, right? This could be that energy, and maybe a doctor is trying to hold you or put you on the same medicine that your parents could have been on, right? This is giving me that energy. So you are breaking free from karmic loops. And what I'm hearing is Spirit is saying, change the way you eat. Change the way you move your body, okay? You could be Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your 6th house. Don't have to be. You can have Scorpio in your 3rd house. Okay, look, love life, judgment, and galactic. This is spirituality and religion. So this could be like some religious structures that you follow. Wow. We have the baby here. So some religious structure that was placed on you. I'm even hearing christening. Okay, christening, how children are christened. Circumcisions is what I'm hearing, right? And this is something that you're no longer practicing with your children. Okay, you understand that certain religious structures, how they had you bound to formality, to conformity is what I'm hearing, that had you conformed to a certain way of being, within that religious box. Okay, spirituality is a box also. Excuse me. I don't consent to neither of it. I am neither one. I am neither spiritual or religious. I am a beautiful divine soul that is having a experience, and I assist others because I assisted myself. So I have a contract with the divine because the divine helped me and my ancestors helped me. So I just relay the messages and I assist the collective in elevating at this time. Okay, and so this is something that you're here like to remove the mask from this energy, because I removed a bunch of masks from me. But we're not talking about me, we're talking about you. But I'm just telling you the reason that I can deliver this message. Okay, you see how the spirit is rising out of the book. Okay, this is false judgment, right? Things, you being learned something, you being taught something since you were a baby, a belief system, right? You know how like them old wives' tales, them superstitions, this could be a cat sitting on the babies and sucking up their breath. This can be like crossing up under a ladder. These are constructs that keep you in a certain box of fear, that do not allow you to explore who and what you really are. Just like children, they just go exploring, they just go doing. They don't have anything that is blocking them because they don't have a program yet, right? And so this is giving me this type of energy, right? And we have communal living, because you could have grew up in a whole bunch of people in the household, right? You could even been orphans to where you had to grow up with a whole bunch of people of foster care, and they had certain religious views. But you are galactic, you come from everything, right? And this is for you to return back to your remembrance. Okay, this is your galactic star family. Okay, this could have been a love life, something in your past that could have been affecting your love life about men, you know, or women. You know how like, and this is no offense against no religions, because I don't do that shit. Okay, this could be even be how women, wow, were treated during the biblical times, right? Even with Christianity, with Muslim, right? They don't give the woman their props. So you could have grew up in that type of household to where you had to do as someone says, right? This is giving me that type of energy to where you had to silence yourself. You couldn't be creative, right? You were rigid. You were too rigid to where spirit couldn't teach you, okay? And so this is the energy that has been brung across the table. It is being for you to release these old superstitions that no longer serve you, because they're saying like, who did your ancestors worship before Christianity? Who did your ancestors worship? Okay, and they're like the primordial energy, okay? Roman Greco, okay? This can be the birthplace of personality, some people say, right? Because this is where a lot of stoicism come from. This is where a lot of the Greek gods come from, and we all take on those personas, archetypes, right? So they're asking you, which archetype are you embodying? Are you embodying certain archetypes and holding on to them? Or are you embodying a certain archetype, using its energy and allowing it to go, and not holding on to a particular archetype? Okay, this could even be with orphans, right? You being an orphan as a child. I was talking about that. Because you are a high priestess of Egypt, okay? You've lived many lives, okay? And then this can be considered like with spiritual wars and battles, you know, a belief system that has killed many, right? Because you agreed to a certain thing. And my sister is like that, and no offense to her, I love her dearly, forever will love her. but she's like, with me, with what I'm doing, okay, she don't see the bigger picture. She's just like, oh, you reading them cards, you channeling spirits, the Bible says this and the Bible says that. And I said, I had to remind her, do you know who King James is? And she said, ain't he the one who wrote the Bible? Ain't he the one who got all the scriptures together? And I just looked at her. And so our souls, we perish from lack of knowledge. Okay, and so this is giving me that type of energy, because you are here to be a medicine man or woman. You are here to step out of the box. We have angels here. You are earth angel. Okay, you are here to step out of that. This is even giving me the energy of the giants in the book of Enoch, to where the man, I forgot what they were called, but how they came here. This is like the fallen angel energy, right? Like how those giants came here and taught women magic and taught men things and things like that, right? Persecution and inquisition, yeah. And so you still have this energy within you to where you're persecuting yourself, okay? And so it's time for you to stop doing that. And this is the judgment that is being, the case that is being presented by your past life guides, right? By your talent guides. Your talent guides, your ancestors brought this energy before the Most High, okay? Whew. Because you're not teachable and you have a mission here to do, right? Look, angelic assistance. I cannot make this up. Divine guidance, okay? Loving support. I cannot make this up. Innovation, new creation, okay? Look, decisive focus, because you're here to do something and understand all these cases. Ancient wisdom, okay? Releasing constraints, right? Divine masculine. And I was going to say about this father wound energy, you being too much in your wounded masculine. I have to go out and get it. I got to make this happen, right? You could have grew up in a household to where you didn't have a father, or you could have grew up in a household to where you had an overbearing father, right? It's giving both, but either way, your divine masculine can't fully put your nervous system, right, in a state of safety, in a state of calm, in a state of groundedness, because we're too much in our left brain. You know about the split, right? The left brain and the right brain, right? And it's just like we're too much focused off into the past, up in our head. Our awareness is too focused on the left brain, which is things of the world, right? And you can't fully get in your body to listen to your intuition, to be creative, because all of that energy comes from creativity, right? From your sacral chakra, right? Ooh. And so you have the gift of precognition, okay? And we have the energy of earth, fearlessness, removing obstacles, that is here for you at this time. Okay, so these are all the energies that is helping you to unlock this, okay? And so the divine has ruled in your favor, because this is not yours to hold anymore. This energy must be released from your body, and you need to allow it. And in order for it to go, so you can tap into your eternal youth, your fountain of youth, your life everlasting, right? Your true life everlasting is for you to witness the energy when it comes to you, okay? Feel it, allow it to be there, allow it to express itself to you, because it has a story to tell, just like the energy just told me its story without me, going crazy. Oh, I gotta go to the emergency room, oh this and oh that. I just listened to it and just allowed it to express to me its concerns. And these was the concerns. It was telling me about its origins, where it came from, okay? And that's what energy does in the body, okay? It tells you a story. You just have to pay attention to it, right? Yeah, star gatherings, stars are aligned, remembering your home and your soul family. Ooh, who else do we have here? Thoughts like codes, like initiation, great teacher, awakening, divine magic. You're here for a reason. I tell you all that all the time. It's something about the art that you make, okay, that will have people instantly having a realizations and awakenings, right? It's something about the things that you draw, right? The music, the note, the vibrational frequency in which you play a certain note, right? It's only you that can do it through, right? You know how, like, what is her name? Bernadette. But she is a saint from, my God, what's her name? From the Renaissance era. She was pretty much one of the only women that they really allowed to use her music as divine music. The angels came to her and they allowed her, right? And it was because only the way that she can create it, right? She had the perfect vessel that can channel what needed to be channeled to heal, right? Can't remember her name. I'm gonna put it in the description box, okay? So maybe that may resonate with you all, okay? Soul star activation, fulfilling soul's contract, remembering who you are. Y'all seen me, Merkaba, light body activation. Okay, so that is something you all could be going through at this time. We have Merkaba again, okay? Merkaba, this is giving me, man, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. This is giving me that the way the Egyptians break off Mer, Ka, and Ba, like it means something in different dimensions. So that's something you all can look up. I briefly read something about that. I didn't really delve deep into it because I didn't feel guided. Okay, and you all could come from the Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, missions uncovered, don't give up. Okay, we have the Order of Melchizedek here. Wow. Wow, memories of Atlantis. You all could be from Atlantis. Arcturians. Okay, halls of Amenti. Initiation. Secrets revealed. This is like Emerald Tablets energy. Okay. Gaia Gateway activation. We have the Mother Earth here so that you can be safe in your body. 3232 on the timer. 5-5. My son is playing a game and he is making that noise. Okay. Learning experiences, right? Wisdom, transmission, earth intelligence, right? So it's the things that earth can teach you here, right? You came here to work with earth because earth has great value here, right? But you don't hold on to the things of your lineage that has empty calories is what I'm hearing. Okay? And so we have third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. I said that. So the divine is clearing you and restoring you, okay? Stars align, remembering soul family. Is here again. The Anunnaki light codes. Energetic shift, new information, ending of cycles. Yes, period. And so these Anunnakis, every time I get this card, it's like I don't really channel Anunnaki energy, okay? But with these particular beings of this card, it's like they owe your lineage. Like, I don't know, like when they had a war or something, like they saved, like you saved their lives. And they are indebted to your lineage, your star lineage, okay? This is always the energy I get from these Anunnaki light codes. Or you may feel like you come from Anunnaki, but like I said, I don't channel the Anunnaki. They came to me a few times. I don't particularly care for the energy. That's just me, right? Excuse me. When I channel, I burp. But every time I get this card, because I'm looking at this rainbow, this light energy, this transformation energy, it's like a badge, a seal. This is giving me the energy of Lord of the Rings. When the Return of the King, right? When he went to go get them ghosts to fight for him. Holy shit, Santa Claus. Oh my God. And I didn't even see that card. Shit just got real. Okay. crown chakra upgrade. You all could be Pleiadian. Okay, this is like a Shambhala initiation, Orion activation for you all. Karmic chamber of violet flame, karmic release, radical transformation, halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons, right? We have lessons here like 3 times already. Where's that card? Prove to what I was saying, okay? Learning experience, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence, right? And so this is just something you were here to learn, okay? Karmic lessons, right? You were here to clear something from you, right? And so yes, you've cleared this from you, okay? You are free from this energy. You don't have to keep holding on to it. You see where it comes from, right? You mastered this is what I heard, okay? You mastered this on behalf of the ancestors, because the ancestors couldn't master this. And so you came here to do it. It's like the ancestors kept getting stuck at doctors, people diagnosing them with something, okay? Because they didn't want to go to the medicine doctor. They didn't want to take the natural herbs, right? And so this is giving me that energy. Okay, they getting stuck using man-made medicine that causes illness after illness. You know how they say like elevated blood pressure, right? And then they put you on some type of medicine, right? And then that medicine causes problems, right? And then that now you get medicine for that problem that particular medicine just caused, right? And you may be having certain reactions in your body, right? And you may be thinking of worse. So this is this energy that's being cleared from you, and you bring awareness to this energy. You change your diet, you change the way you do things, okay? You become more active, okay? You go for a walk maybe twice a day, okay? I am not a doctor or a psychologist. It's just spiritual energy that is coming through. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? I'm not telling you to go taking no medicine before you got the proper discharge from your doctor, but make sure that you set into play, you set a plan for yourself to stop taking medicine. You started saving. You know how you save for a new apartment? You start preparing your vessel to get off the medicine, right? So give yourself a year to stop taking the medicine, right? So you will change your diet, mainly fruits, vegetables, some healthy proteins, right? Go to the gym, go for a walk, right? Keep doing that every day. Be creative. Write, paint, draw. Feel your feelings. I would never tell you to bypass your emotions and your feelings, because there is gold nuggets in that energy. So I'll often suggest that you feel your feelings. Allow it to express itself to you. But remember, don't hold on to it, right? And so you ground yourself. You're healthy in that way, right? Make plans for yourself. Set goals for yourself, right? You do that up to a year, and get yourself to this time next year. You go do a weigh-in with your doctor. Say, hey, I'm feeling better. Can you test my levels again to see if it's okay for me to go off this medicine? And if they say yes, you're free to move around the country, right? You're no longer on that karmic cycle. So, court is adjourned, okay? The Most High has found you innocent, okay? This energy must be released from you, okay? This energy will be transmuted, I am hearing. The Most High is asking you to connect more with the Most High. Divine Mother is asking you that, like the primordial energies of the elements, okay? Those primordial gods and goddesses, earth, wind, fire, earth, air, fire, water, the stars, the moon, the planets. They're asking you to sit more with them, talk more with them, okay? They're here to help you at this time. The angels are asking you to sit more with them. Your ancestors are asking you to sit more with them. Confirmation I just heard. Wow, moving on and let it go. Wow, you are free. Look at that. Wow, because they want to show you this new path, okay? And so, namaste. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. You have been cleared, okay? Use this information as a blueprint for you all, okay? If need be, the information is here. Yeah, court is adjourned. Take care.